Ladies and gentlemen, today on March 27th, 2026, the second tower was hit for PS4 niggas. Terrible, terrible day for the PS4 nation. Or it might be good because they don't want to get off the PS4 anyway. In case you missed the news, Sony will be raising the PS5 prices by $100. The PS5 Pro will be a whopping $900. The PS4 peons, the PS4 peasants, the PS4 primates have struggled to save $500 over the last 6 years. I'm here to let you know, just get ready for the PS6, man. And before we read the rest of this article, I would also like to state, for the PS4 primates, because it was mostly y'all, who were saying, TBH, stop talking about politics on the stream. I don't care about politics. I'm here to let you know politics care about you. This is all politically driven. And if you just fucking read for 5 minutes, you might have been mentally prepared for this. And I'm here to let you know it might get worse. Let's read along. Sony is raising the price of the PS5 consoles globally starting April 2nd. Today's the 22nd. That is literally next fucking Thursday. 1 week, less than a week. An announcement on Friday. Sony says that the standard PS5 will now cost $650. Meanwhile, the PS5 digital edition will cost $600, and the PS5 Pro will cost $900. Along with these changes, Sony's increasing the price of its PlayStation Portal, oh Lord, not the handheld too, for $250 for a device that cannot even play games. It just streams them. Guys, you can do that from your fucking phone with the PlayStation app, with the Steam app. This is the second time in less than a year that Sony has raised the price of its PS5 consoles, as the company hiked prices by $50 for all 3 models last August. Sony cites continued pressures in the global economic landscape as the reason for the price hike. Translation: the nigga you voted for, not me, but you voted for. The one that is allowing AI to run around unregulated, allowing these billionaires to build data center after data center after data center after data center, poisoning our air, using the drinking water, replacing human jobs, just so you can ask ChatGPT what you should eat for lunch. ChatGPT, my foot hurt, what should I do? Just so you can do that. Sony cites continued pressures in the global economic landscape as the reason for the price hike. We know that price changes impact our community, and after careful evaluation, we found that this was a necessary step to ensure we can continue delivering innovative, high-quality gaming experiences to players worldwide. Here are the prices for the Roadman Ting for Japan. That's a good question. Someone in the chat asked, so are you paying $900? I mean, you might as well say it's $1,000. $900 with tax plus a game and a controller is $1,000. Congratulations! Y'all said y'all didn't want no PC gaming. Fuck that expensive shit. Congratulations, Sony, PlayStation Nation. You guys have somehow become the first gaming PC console generation. We thought the Steam machine was gonna be the first hybrid. No, judging by this price, this PS5 Pro is gonna do it. And just a year ago, TBA, start talking about this shit. I don't want to vote. I want to register, nigga. I don't vote this shit. I don't care. I never cared. I only care about me. Now look at us. Pedophiles all up and down Congress and the White House. He said no new wars. This nigga started like 12. Data centers out the woo-wah. I swear to God, every month, there are more clankers on my block. And because I live in California, I live in LA specifically, this is a testing ground, so we're gonna see it here first. I swear to God, yesterday, me and my girl were coming home from playing tennis, and we were at an intersection. And at every end of the, may God strike me down if I'm lying, I couldn't believe what I saw. At every corner, the 4 points of the intersection, there was a fucking clanker delivering food. I said, oh my God. But it's cool, right? We got $900 PS5s. That's what it's all about, right? And of course, this is due to the RAM shortage, the Ramageddon. You know what's funny too? I remember when the Ramageddon first kicked off. Not all, but some console niggas was like, ha 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 ha, PC gaming is even more expensive, console's better. And I remember PC niggas saying, do you guys not understand that guys, I don't know if you know this, but a video game console is a computer that specifically is designed to play video games, but it is a computer. And obviously not all, but some console niggas, for some reason, were like, no, it ain't gonna affect us. We don't care. Guys, your PlayStation has a CPU, it has the GPU, it has RAM, it has thermal paste, a motherboard, and everything else in between that makes a goddamn PC. It's just the interface is designed to strictly play video games. That's it. So it has come to your door front and it has made things even worse. And you know, I can't even get mad if you don't want a PS5. I'm gonna be honest. If there's any level of interest in playing games and you're in the market for something new, just build a PC. What is the point of paying $900 for a fucking console? Just make a PC at this point, guys. I don't know what I don't know what else to tell you. This is crazy. If you were in the market, it was a funny ass meme, man. It was a funny ass meme on my timeline. I think I retweeted that shit. Where is it at? It was the Bitcoin joint. Yeah, how it feels owning a PS5 pre-price increase. If you don't know this video, this is the guy that said 10 years ago, really it was like 15 or something like that, put $1 worth of Bitcoin in and you'll become a millionaire. Like this is what it feels like, bruh. Like, damn, we were on the last chopper at Nam. Shout out to Space Cowboy and Chef with the super chats. Appreciate you. If you don't want to buy a $900 PS5, I don't blame you. That's too fucking expensive for a gaming console. I almost feel besides PS4 niggas, people who actually are employed, I feel bad. Cause like, this era has just gotten out of control. The world has gone to complete fucking shit, bruh. 1K for that DLSS does an equivalent of a 2070 PC. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You might as well just get a PC at that point. The justification of everything is cheaper on console. It doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist. And you know the worst part about it is it's not over. Because according to this article, it wouldn't be a surprise if Microsoft and Nintendo followed as well. Analysts react to PlayStation stock price rise as industry braces for more uncertainty. Oh, Lord! It's not just Nintendo. I mean, fucking PlayStation. Surprise! What did I just tell you? They're all computers. Earlier today, Sony announced a shock price for the PlayStation 5 when these changes come into effect on the 2nd of April. These niggas, hey, you know the crazy thing about this announcement? They didn't even wait to stick it in. They didn't slowly put it in. They just started fucking the consumer real quick. And it's hard to gauge how much of this is due to tariffs, the war, the Ramageddon, and how much of it is price gouging. It's hard to tell. Those of us in the UK will see, we don't care. Now, speaking with Eurogamer, industry analyst and research director at Ampere Analyst Peers, Harding Rolls says it's likely that both Microsoft and Nintendo will follow suit and increase their own prices in the near future. The supply chain shock of the elongated increase in memory and storage prices, both essential for console hardware, means that there is some inevitability to the PlayStation hardware price increases announced by Sony today. It's likely that Sony had price protections for its components for a set period, and this has come to an end. Now, wholesale on them chips is gone. Hard Rolling said, with no sign of prices easily larging due to demand for AI infrastructure, Sony will have made the move to protect its slim hardware margins. Hardin Rolls adds that console companies such as Sony are in a difficult position right now. A new wave of inflation is expected from the war in the Middle East. From your president who said no new wars, who lied and said that Iran had nuclear weapons. When the guy who was the head of security who just stepped down and said that shit was a fucking lie. Your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles are going to war for no fucking reason. I was never suicidal, by the way. Just so fat cats can make themselves richer, and also that iCountry can do whatever the fuck they want. My ducking is off? I don't think it's off. Hold on, let me check. Nah, it's on. It's on. Let me turn it down. Let me see. Let me see if I can turn it down a little bit. Let's go background music. There you go. I turned it down. That should be better. Where was I at? He explained, this may have an influence on the scale of these price increases. The standard PS5 will raise $100. And aside from a direct impact on hardware companies, I think this will cause some general industry concern about the broader impact on market activity. Continuing, he said, this console and AAA PC gaming markets relies on hardware investment to bring in new active users and drive market momentum. So if this weakens, it might soften demand for new games. If people are not buying new consoles, they might not be buying new games. He noted, so it's gonna affect the economy overall. Do you guys see how like politics affects things? If people have, say with me, if people have less money to spend, that means the economy can't be stimulated. And your Hokage can't keep writing blank checks. I used to write them to Obama all the time. That nigga used to hit me up all the time. T-Big, we need you to fucking come save the world, bruh. I need you to come bail out this company. I said, I got you, black man. I'm not writing this nigga a check, bruh. He noted that these added pressures have come at an awkward time for Sony and Microsoft, with GTA 6 easily being one of if not one of the most anticipated games of the year. That's crazy. There are a lot of people that are waiting to buy a PS5 just to get GTA 6. What if GTA 6's numbers are hurt because now people can't access the PS5, or they can afford the PS5 but they can't get GTA 6 until 3 months later when they re-up on their money? Both companies will want to take full advantage of this positive impact of this system seller. Likewise, it's awkward for Nintendo, as it won't want to raise the price of the Switch 2 when trying to establish the new platform. Nintendo could potentially do something really funny here. For those unaware, the Switch 2 is said to be on par, if not a little bit stronger than the PS4 Pro. If the Nintendo company jacks up the price of the Switch 2 $100, what's the price of the Switch 2? So it's $500. If they jack it up $600, $700, Nintendo could potentially do something really funny here, right? Now, I'm not wishing this, but I'm just saying, if you do it, I will laugh. We know PS4 niggas have been collecting change in the couch for years. They've been fucking lonely women and saving it in their piggy bank, so eventually they can get a PS5, because a lot of them are hobosexuals. H-O-B-O, hobo, homeless. And what if the PS4 player doesn't want a PS5? What if for some reason they pivot to the Switch 2? that could potentially be the most unintentionally funny shit that ever happened. Because a PS4 nigga that was stuck on the PS4 for 13 years, struggles, scraped together to finally get that 5, he pivots. Just to buy another PS4 in handheld factor for $700. It'll truly prove that the PS4 Ninja has the lowest IQ in the gaming community. Meanwhile, Chris Dring from the game business admitted the situation facing the video game hardware fills me with dread. You've got rapidly rising cost of living challenges driving further by the war in Iran, mixed with costly component prices impacting the pricing of these machines. One small positive is that most of the way is through this console generation, so PlayStation has a strong install base to sell games to already. Everyone had hoped to see GTA 6 deliver a large spike in new console players, and this will certainly cause people to think twice. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, that PS6, just pause it, bro. Just pause it. And just for clarification, if Sony is going up on this price for the fucking console, imagine if we don't get out of the Middle East soon, and this Ramageddon shit doesn't stop. Imagine, I'm letting y'all know right now, if you have a car, I'm not talking to you bus riding PS4 niggas. If you're employed and you have a car, take care of your car. Get your oil changed. Keep that bitch clean. If you have a gaming PC, if you have a modern gaming console, please air out your shit every once in a while. Take care of your stuff because shit is getting fucking real. Yeah, gas is fucking expensive. Shit is real right now. It's time to tighten the belt. Man, they said the war could be another 4 to 6 weeks. I think, unfortunately, that's potentially another fucking forever war like Iraq and Afghanistan, because if you read the reports, they don't have an actual plan. We don't know why we're there. They're talking about putting boots on the ground. So potentially a lot more people are going to die. We don't know why we're putting boots on the ground. They don't have nuclear capacity. It's all a fucking lie, bro. And a part of me misses the old America, man. This heroic music playing in the background, man. We used to do stuff to people like that. I don't know what happened to the old America, man. Anyways, November, you could do something about it. Yeah, so just know your shit's jacking up, bro. Your shit's jacking up. Yeah, and don't forget about them e-files. Don't forget about them e-files, man. I'm tired of this depressing news. I'm tired of this fucking depressing news. Let's move on to something else. So just know the price of the PS5 and potentially everything else is about to go up, bro. But why were they turning you white on Twitter? I don't know. It's like bots. I don't know. I don't really care. Is a black man missing the old America is extreme for us, ain't it? Ain't it? Well, what I meant by that though is not like specifically Black history. I'm not gonna go into detail for TOS reasons. So. Shout out to Chaos Control with the sub, appreciate it. Did you, while the music's playing, did you see what they did to Ultimate Spider-Man? Nah, what they do? What they do? This doesn't feel like an appropriate time to host a World Cup. Yeah, like ain't no peace going on, bro. I know, bro. I feel you. Shout out to Homeless with the big raid. Shout out to Homeless with the big raid. What else we got for you? Oh, and more positive news. The Liza P account tweeted out, "Dear citizens of Crap, we'll see you on Monday." So they have a big announcement coming next Monday. Next boss event drops March 30th. I don't think that this is like new DLC. It's DLC, but I don't think it's like new DLC like the Overture joint. Like it's a new mode or like story. If I had to take an educated guess based off this teaser, it's probably like a boss rush mode. They're probably about to drop a free boss rush mode to see how far you can get. Maybe even like roguelike elements like boss rush or something like that. But I wouldn't expect too much from this. It's probably just a free update like that. But did you see Nate the Hate say we're getting a new? Yeah, I got that saved. Oh, I thought you booted up Liza P. Nah, I'm just talking about what they tweeted out. NBA The Run, the new arcade basketball game that's trying to take the place of NBA Street, just tweeted out shirts versus skins. That's how street ball teams are still made. It's in every matchup. So When you hop on the game, it will be shirts versus skins. Who's ready to take off the shirt of LeBron James? Anybody? 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 I wish they would just show some fucking gameplay. Other news, ball and gun alert. Hey, I'm gonna be on it if it's fire though. I'm gonna be on it if it's fire. Virtua Fighter really needs to run at a steady 60 FPS, the producer said. Virtua Fighter isn't a series you generally associate with Nintendo system, and that's probably because the closest we've had to an entry is Virtual Quest, a GameCube spinoff from 2004. But now fight fans finally look forward to the real deal with Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage on the Switch 2, a proper entry that takes full advantage of the hardware, offering up cross-play compatibility, rollback netcode, and a story mode for solo players. We recently spoke to the producer to find out more about this significant release. We touch on the requirements needed to port the game to the Switch 2, and how the producer marks the release of a new game and how the world stage might shape the future of the franchise. Yo, shout out to Real Malone with the super chat, who said 4 to 6 weeks, the administration that never lies. Yeah, them motherfuckers lie all the fucking time. I can tell, yeah, maybe because I'm older, but like, I just want y'all to know, like, that's just not, y'all been playing too many video games. You can't get on television and say, I think this war is gonna last 4 to 6 weeks. Guys, it's war, not Call of Duty. That's not how shit works. We were supposed to be, I remember it was either Iraq or Afghanistan, probably both, when we first went in. Within like 2 or 3 days, they was like, we won the war. We just got out of there a few years ago. Like, nah, that's not how it should. And you gotta keep in mind, this shit is fucking, this administration is full of fucking morons, bro. Yo, shout out to Smoke with the sub, appreciate it. It's a lot of moving pieces. Virtua Fighter's producer, Shinji Ikoi. Virtua Fighter is one of Sega's most important IPs and considered to be groundbreaking title that led the fighting game scene as the originals of 3D fighters. That's why, in order to ensure players around the world can enjoy smooth online matches, this new game features rollback netcode and cross-play support, and offered on platforms that make it easier for more players to pick up and play. Morons, criminals, and pedophiles type shit. More like 4 to 6 years type shit. Another key appeal of Virtual, because here's some more food for thought before I keep reading. If you really thought they said 4 to 6 weeks, right? If they really believed the war was going to last 4 to 6 weeks, why did they just bump up the age of enlistment for the army, guys? You think they just bumped it up to 42 for no reason? Come on, y'all, let's do some critical thinking. Another key appeal of Virtua Fighter is that while it stands as the pioneer of 3D fighting games, it remains arguably one of the most innovative titles in the genre. The series is often perceived as difficult, but this game features a simple 3-button control scheme and realistic full contact combat without projectiles or flashy animations. It's all about the kung fu in the hands. Achieving gameplay that is simply learned yet deeply rewarding. Its greatest appeal lies in the competitive. Man, let's just talk about what the fuck y'all doing with the new shit, bro. So this game is developed by RGG Studios. Our team has a deep understanding of the Dragon engine and plenty of technical know-how, so the development itself went smoothly. Now, when it comes to the Switch 2 version, Virtua Fighter really needs to run at a steady 60 FPS, so adjusting the game for the capabilities of each hardware generation has always been technically challenging. That's one of the big reasons why our releases have been limited up until now. Man, I thought they were going to talk about Virtua Fighter 6, so this is only about the Revo. This is like a 20-year-old game. Don't tell me that the Switch 2 is struggling to run this old-ass game at 60 FPS. With the Switch 2, we finally saw that we could hit 60 FPS and support things like rollback netcode and crossplay, so we decided to move ahead with development. Yeah, this is about fucking RE5. My bad, y'all. I thought this was new info about the 6th game. I just retired in 2023. Then it was like 38 or something members that are 42 PT. Yeah, I'm glad you got out while you could. Yeah, finally they were able to. That's crazy. So that means the Switch 1 wasn't able to run this game. And mind you, this game came out like, wasn't it a PS2 or a PS3 game or something? Shit is crazy. Resident Evil added a photo mode, Resident Evil Requiem. So if you want to take pictures of a scared white woman, you can now do that. I don't really have nothing else to say there. Update your game if you care. For all the speedrunners out there. To be fair, Revo was remade from the ground up in the new Dragon engine. Yeah, but at its core, it's still the same game though. Like you can make a remake Jak and Daxter. At the core, it's like visually it looks better. Yeah, I get it, but it's still a similar game. The new PUBG game is closing after less than 2 months. I didn't even know there was a new PUBG game. Near the beginning of February, Crafton gave early access to PUBG Blindspot, a spinoff from PUBG's Battlegrounds. However, Blindspot won't make it to its 2-month anniversary as the game is scheduled to shut down in just a few days. ARC Team's Sequoia Yang shared an announcement that PUBG Blindspot will cease operations on March 30th. After careful consideration, we've come to the conclusion that we are no longer able to sustainably provide the level of experience we set out to deliver in the early access. You know what? This is actually good because I respect the fact they're cutting the cord. Like, why waste a bunch of money, you know? I don't remember this game. What is this? It has mostly positive reviews. What the fuck?
Preaching.
Wait, isn't this the game y'all told me to play? Y'all said it was like Rainbow Six Siege, but with like an over-the-top camera. A lot of y'all was telling me this shit was gas. Only 1,000 reviews? But what's wrong with that? 1,000 is a lot. Only 1,000? Come on, man. It may not be the biggest number, but only 1,000. Let me see you count to 5 with 10 fingers, nigga. That's what most y'all need. Y'all need all 10 fingers to count to 5. Talking about it's only 1,000. I don't want to hear 1, 2. Nah, nothing crazy. It reminded me of that Gorilla tweet. What Gorilla tweet? It's crazy how micro SDs will run from 50 and up, and even for the small. I remember when them bitches was cheap. So if you had any interest in it, it's shutting down, bro. It doesn't look bad. Maybe with better promo, yeah, but maybe they felt like it just wasn't gonna make them any money. There wasn't enough interest, so I kind of, you know, I get it. Shut it down while